Hi, welcome to LearnAla's Content Creator Guide. Today we're going to go through 4 attributes. First, creating an account, navigating the platform, how to create using the Creator Dashboard, and sharing and publishing your topic. So it's a really simple sign up. You just need to fill in your details. You need to click I'm not a robot if you are indeed not a robot. You need to follow those instructions. And once those instructions are completed, you should receive a pop-up that says success, which will lead to a verification email. So if you just head into your inbox, you should get a verification email, and this should have details about your account and your username. So just make sure that's all correct, and you want to press the verification link, which will navigate you to your dashboard. So here we are in the dashboard, as you can see in blue. There's 3 tabs. You have all your topics, you have topics you want to learn, you have topics that you want to create. If you go into browse, you can see all the list of topics that people have created before you and all the categories that we have. But if you want to go back to your dashboard and you click on create topic, you want to enter the title of your topic. And this will direct you to our Creator Dashboard. So the next part of this will be learning how to use the Creator Dashboard. So once you go into your Creator topic, you'll have the option to add a section, which is just basically breaking down slides into sections. So you'll name your section, you can name it whatever you want, and you'll have the option to insert 3 different features into the slide, whatever you see fit. And once you do that, you also have the option just to go insert and then put a table in or a poll or whatever you see fit to elaborate on your topic. So we give you a content guide, which basically tells you how to structure your topic in the easiest way. So we want you to title your first section like an introduction or learning objectives, which has a slide or a few slides which tells the student what they're about to learn. What are they getting into? We also want you to break down the topic into sections, and we want you to number those sections. So here we have what is decentralized finance, and then we have the section what is decentralized finance. And then you have number 2, centralized finance, and then we have the section centralized finance. And then you have number 5, DeFi's ecosystem, and then you have the corresponding section. So we just want to simplify it and break it down so it's easy to navigate. The topic duration might be a good idea to put in there, or the prerequisites for the topic. It's all important information. So here are some examples of content creators that have created introductions for us in the past. As you can see, they have images, they have quotes, they have a bit of a brief description of what the learner is about to get into, and you can toggle from view mode to edit mode, which is really handy. But yeah, we want to know what this is about, and we want to know what the learner is going to gain. What jobs might be available for this topic, like that correlate with this learning? What are the challenges of this topic? These are all, things that you can add into your description. So we want to break the sections or do chunking, which is strings of information broken down into chunks. This is to simplify and present information. We want to break down sections into these categories. So have as many sections as possible. And we want to add a minimum of 2 questions for each section. This is to test that the student has learnt what you've taught them. So in this example, you have the slides, which is explaining the concept, and then you have 2 questions which would, test the student's understanding. So this is how we want you to structure a slide. So each new slide needs a title. So you need to tell us what's going on within this slide. And you should really have a new slide for each new concept or each new worked example. And we want to make sure that all important information is sticking out. So whether you bold it or format it or color it, we want the important stuff to stick out. Quotes should be in quotations. If you have a new concept that you want to discuss, use the heading feature. Just make sure that everything looks clean and easy to understand. So we'd love for you to use examples throughout your topic to back up information and back up new concepts. So we break down examples into two. So you have real world examples and you have worked examples. So real world examples is just relating concepts to the real world, using facts, using images, information, accounts, history to back up your new concept. So, for example, here I've used the Mona Lisa as an example of a perfectly inelastic good. For more mathematical or science-based subjects, we need you to break down problems or break down processes into step-by-step work through examples. So here we have step 1, step 2, step 3. You want to show the student how you got to the solution. So yeah, we need to make sure that all those steps are broken down, and we need to make sure that the solution is provided. So we want to have questions at the end of each section, and we also want to have a questions section at the end of each topic. So these questions should relate to the most difficult or the most important parts of the section or the topic. So I'll show you an example here. If we go to this section, we see that there's 2 questions at the end of this section, and then we have an entire section that's full of questions that the student can go through and test their understanding for the topic. So we just need to work out, do the students understand the concept? Can they work through a real world example? Can they problem solve? Have they learned what you've taught them? So we actually require for you to add feedback to all your questions. So we want to really highlight to the student why they got the answer correct or why they didn't get it correct. So we'll toggle on the cogs, and you can check on and off to show if an answer is incorrect or correct. You can check box for general feedback, which gives feedback for any answer. So it just will come up whatever answer is chosen. And then you have specific feedback, which will come up when a specific answer is chosen. So it'll say this answer is correct or this answer isn't correct because of these reasons. So that's the difference between those 2 feedbacks. And you can check on and off or toggle the view on and off, which is really handy. So yeah, we just want to make sure we tell the student where they went right, where they went wrong with feedback. We highly encourage you to use images within your slides. So please don't hesitate to use images, but do not use images without permissions. We've gone ahead and put some definitions of what Creative Commons is, what public domain means, and what royalty free means. So please have a read through those before you decide to insert images into your topics. We've also provided 4 websites that give you access to free images. So as you can see, Unsplash freely use these images. Copyright restrictions, free from copyright restrictions here. And Wikipedia Commons is great for this because you can search a lot of educational content. It has a great library for educational content. And as you see, we can click on this PNG file here. We can go down to licensing, and we can see that permission is granted to copy, distribute, and modify. So we can go ahead and put this into our topic. So yeah, don't hesitate to use images for your slides. Now, if you are a teacher who writes their own content, awesome. If you're a teacher or content creator that creates their own images, that's awesome. Also, you can go ahead and put that information into your slides. without referencing. However, if you have taken information from someone else's textbook or website, you need to go to the right hand corner and provide a reference. So you can see here this person's provided the textbook and also a reference to an image. So that needs to go into a slide if you have taken information from someone else and you're paraphrasing. But if not, then you could just go ahead and put your information in there. So yeah, we just need to make sure we reference if we're taking from other people's work. If you have lots of definitions or complex terminologies in your topic, we do ask that you have a section that's titled definitions or terms or index, and basically that you outline all those terms in alphabetical order. So here's an example. This is all in alphabetical order. This is for an economics topic, and it's just to help students clearly see and define those complex terms. So when you're ready to save your work, just click save. It's as simple as that. When you want to share, you need to publish first, so go ahead and publish. Pop-up will come, press publish. Now you want to check that your work is indeed published. So we can go back to our dashboard and click the three dots. You can see unpublished there, so we know it's published. When you want to share, you just grab the link and you can share it with your students or whoever. So yeah, that concludes the Content Creators Guide. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any further questions, and I look forward to reviewing your topics.